Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Frontier today announced the release date for the beta of the first chapter of Beyond, the next update for Elite Dangerous. This is set for the 25th of January, which is far closer than I would have expected, and this really is some good news. Even better is that this will be an open beta for PC and Mac players, and that means that there's no longer a gateway to entry for computer players who wish to participate in the beta. For the most part, we already know what is going to be released as a part of this update. However, Frontier have revealed a few more details which I will take a look at in just a moment. Before we get into that though, I want to talk about a quick point from Frontier's announcement, where they called Beyond Season 3. So, Frontier have mentioned in the past, more than once, that they are moving away from the Season Pass model. Now, they didn't mention anything more than that, but it's pretty clear that they do view Beyond as a significant update for the game. And the idea of calling it a season just might point to some of the so far unannounced content that is coming later in the year. Anyway, on to Chapter 1 itself. Now, the new ship, the Chieftain, will be making an appearance in Chapter 1, and unfortunately there's very little in the way of details on the ship. We don't know yet if it will be a medium ship or a large one. However, we do know that it's going to be a Lakon ship that's being manufactured for the Alliance. It's also a ship that is capable of both dealing out punishment as well as avoiding it, so it's likely to be a combat-focused ship. Further, it's said to be more manoeuvrable than any other ships in its class size. One of the largest aspects of Chapter 1 is the focus on improving core mechanics of the game. Later in the year there will be some larger updates to mechanics such as mining and exploration, but in Chapter 1 the focus will be on trade. The new information on this is that players will at last have access to trade data for stations that they have already visited. Now personally, I'm hoping that the changes to trading will also be a bit more extensive than this. However, this is a good start. Wing missions will also allow players to share both missions and rewards, and of course there's the upcoming planetary vision improvements. And for me, this is the part of the update that I'm looking forward to the most. It will be fixing the beigification issue and bringing a wider variation of colours to planets, along with a greater variety of surface detail. For those of you that may have missed out on the whole beigification issue, that was basically where many of the planets ended up turning variations of brown. So Beyond is going to be fixing that. The whole Beyond series is also going to be having a number of graphical improvements, but the others will be arriving in future updates. Also included in this update are the new crime and punishment changes, along with changes to the engineers. Another new aspect will be more stuff coming from the Thargoids, this time in the shape of the new Thargoid Scouts, and we've seen some of these before crash down on planetary surfaces, but now they'll be up in space. It's highly likely then that players will be getting involved in combat with these very soon. From the images here, it's difficult to judge the size of the scout ship. To me, it kind of looks larger than the ones we've seen crash down on the planets. However, without anything to compare to for reference, there's no real way of knowing for sure. Along with the announcement, Frontier released a small teaser trailer where you can get a glimpse of both the Chieftain as well as the Thargoid scout ships. So that's it then for the basics of Chapter 1. More details will follow at a later date on what else is coming. I'm sure there's bound to be a whole load of quality of life updates. There are also 3 more updates on the way for the Beyond series planned later this year, 2 small ones coming in the middle of the year, and the largest one at the end of the year. In addition to that, at some point this year, there's going to be some as yet unannounced paid content for the game. So then, that brings us to an end of this video, slightly shorter than usual. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.